Sultanate of Oman television first, the headlines. At a cost of 30 million Omani riyals, the new expansion of Nizwa Reference Hospital is inaugurated. Oman Forum for In-Country Value discusses in Muscat achieving balanced performance and launches the National Platform for Business Accelerators. And service and development projects in tourism, economic and investment fields are implemented in the governorates of Al-Wusta and Al-Braymi. Those were the headlines. Now for the news in detail. The Ministry of Health inaugurated today the expansion project of Nizwa Hospital. The inauguration ceremony was presided over by His Excellency Sultan bin Salem Al Habsi, the Minister of Finance. More details in the following report.
Within the framework of the government's efforts to ensure that services are delivered to the largest segments and to promote decentralization in the governorate in line with Oman Vision 2040, the Ministry of Health inaugurated the expansion project of Nizwa Hospital that consists of 260 facilities within 8 buildings, increasing the hospital's capacity up to 555 beds.
This expansion after 25 years from the first opening of Nizwa Hospital play an important role in the health service, care and management in Dakhli area and nearby governorate. Now this expansion involved the new cardiac center with a coronary cardiac unit. We have the expansion in the operation theaters, in the intensive care unit, in the emergency, in the outpatient clinics. So it's a major expansion. It's increased the beds from 309 to 555.
The facilities in the first phase of the expansion included a cardiac catheter unit, cardiac care unit, neonatal intensive care unit, adult ICU, endoscopy unit, daycare unit, additional operation theaters, expansion emergency department first phase, and outpatient clinics.
To add to that, it's the MRI service. So we used to send patients to Muscat or to private sector. Now we are doing it in Nizwa and also bone densitometry. We don't have the service before. To add to that also, the emergency department, we increased by almost 100% from 22 beds to 43%, to 43 beds. So it's, the waiting time in the emergency, total number seen in the emergency department can improve. Also the operation theater, we used to have 4 operation theater, now we have 7 operation theater. So the waiting time for the operation it will be reduced, inshallah.
It is worth mentioning that the second phase of the expansion project to Nizwa Hospital will include the addition of 8 beds to the emergency department, with the establishment of a pediatric emergency department, 8 beds for stroke care, along with expanding a number of facilities, namely laboratory, sterilization, gynecology and obstetrics emergency, and blood bank. The expansion to Nizwa Hospital will further improve access to healthcare services and serve the urban development in the Dakhliya Governorate. From Nizwa Hospital, Saleh Bukhalfan Al-Rahbi, Dakhliya Governorate.
Oman Forum for In-Country Value began under the title Productivity and Mechanisms for Achieving Balance. The forum focused on a number of themes and stressed on the importance of benefiting from the capabilities that the Sultanate of Oman is endowed with its various fields and working to enhance the growth of local added value and innovation, in addition to benefiting from the experience of developed countries in this field. On the sidelines of the forum, the National Platform for Business Accelerators 2023 was launched, which is a platform for signing partnerships between large companies with promising investments in the local added value sector and small and medium enterprises that provide services to support entrepreneurs and enhance levels of purchasing national products. The forum was held under the auspices of His Excellency Dr. Saeed bin Mohammed Al Saqri, Minister of Economy. The Ministry of Housing and Urban Planning announced the completion of the first phase of the Saruh project Hayy al-Nasim in the Wilaya of Barka in South Al Batina Governorate. The project covers an area of 350,000 square meters. The ministry explained that 10% of the first phase of the project was sold, as 10 properties for housing units were handed over to those eligible for the first phase. The Saruh project Hayy al-Nasim is the first project within the Saruh initiative, as it will provide during 5 phases multiple housing alternatives in excess of 1,000 housing units. The Omani publications perform an important role in introducing social life in the Sultanate of Oman in the past and present time. The Ministry of Information corner at Riyadh International Book Fair includes over 50 publications. The Omani publications focuses on various spheres, including history, jurisprudence, and literature. There are also other corners for the publications of Sultan Qaboos University, Ministry of Culture, Sports and Youth, and the Omani Society for Writers and Literary. Sultanate of Oman Pavilion at International Horticultural Expo 2023 at Doha highlighted the national efforts in climate change, environmental conservation, and sustainable agriculture. The pavilion showcased peridotite rocks that are found in the Sultanate of Oman. The peridotite reacts with carbon dioxide at higher rate compared to other rocks. This type of rock can reduce overall energy consumption and costs of living. Doha Expo 2023 focuses on modern and sustainable agriculture, as well as the green energy transition. It as well aims to raise awareness about environment conservation and reducing the global warming. Doha Expo 2023 called upon the importance of reforestation and its vital role in solving the climate crisis. His Excellency Azzan bin Qais al-Busaidi, the Undersecretary of the Ministry of Heritage and Tourism for Tourism, chaired today the 7th meeting of Their Excellencies, the Undersecretaries responsible for tourism in the GCC. More details in the following report.
To promote the ongoing efforts within the tourism sector in the countries of the Gulf Cooperation Council, the Sultanate of Oman, represented by the Ministry of Heritage and Tourism, hosted the 7th meeting of Their Excellencies, the Undersecretaries responsible for tourism in the GCC. The meeting was held at the Oman Across Ages Museum in the Wilaya of Manah in the Dakhiliya Governorate.
This prominent cultural monument, Oman Across Ages Museum, and as you are all aware, it was opened this year under the patronage of His Majesty Sultan Haytham al-Tariq, and it was able to attract almost 250,000 visitors since March till date. It was very important to utilize this museum to host the 7th GCC Undersecretaries and of course the Ministers meeting. In order to amplify the museum and the area itself, Manah and the Dakhliya Governorate being one of the most important pillars in the tourism sector in the Sultanate of Oman.
The meeting agenda featured discussions on the development of the travel and tourism sector in the GCC countries, along with several tourism issues, the most prominent of which was the unified Gulf tourist visa.
Today we had the meeting, which so many recommendations will pass to their excellencies, the ministers of tourism. One of them is the cooperation between the culture and tourism. Two, we have the common GCC visas among the GCC countries, and also we discuss the 2024 the capital of GCC tourism, 2024 and 2025, and Manama, the capital of Kingdom of Bahrain, will become the tourism capital GCC, and then Al Ain city will be for 2025.
The meeting also focused on the results of the work of the joint Gulf team to implement the Gulf tourism strategy and the proposed implementation initiatives, in addition to several topics aimed at enhancing joint cooperation in the tourism sector as a pillar for economic development in the GCC countries. From Oman Across Ages Museum in the Wilaya of Manah, صالح بن خلفان الرحبي الداخلية Governorate.
Oman Chamber of Commerce and Industry organized the Omani German Business Forum. The forum targeted a number of sectors, namely transportation and logistics, renewable energy, tourism, real estate, and construction, in addition to petrochemical industry, health, and the legal sector. The visit of the trade delegation from the Federal Republic of Germany to the Sultanate of Oman reflects their interest in developing opportunities for trade and investment cooperation. It confirms the common desire between the two countries to enhance the level of partnership and cooperation in various economic and investment fields. The Ministry of Endowments and Religious Affairs announced the opening of registration for those wishing to perform Hajj ritual from the Sultanate of Oman for the Hijri year 1445. Pilgrims registration begins on Monday, the 23rd of October 2023 and continues until Sunday, the 5th of November 2023. The registration process can be made via the Ministry's electronic website for registering pilgrims of the Sultanate of Oman. Still to come in our news bulletin. Wad Village in Wilaya of Sur is an ideal example of healthy villages that the Ministry of Health worked on. The Governorate of Al-Wusta is witnessing the implementation of several development projects in the tourism, economic, and investment fields, which reached 17 projects. The implementation of those projects comes within the Governorate's development program in its 4 wilayas. These projects reflect the strategic and economic importance of the Governorate of Al-Wusta according to a development plan in the lane with the operation program, mainly paving roads, parks, and investment areas. Work continues to implement a number of development projects in the Wilaya of Sneina in El Bremi Governorate. These projects come within the Governorate's development program and projects. The percentage of implementing the development projects reached 60%. The coming phase of development program in the Wilaya of El Sneina will include a public market that serves various segments of the society, especially the productive family. As part of the Sultanate of Oman's participation in the United Nations Urban October activities, the General Directorate of Housing and Urban Planning in Dhofar Governorate held a number of events in the Wilaya of Salalah. The activities focused on efforts to revive ancient and heritage areas in a way that reflects the title of the event, which is Better City, Better Life, and aimed to raise the urban and economic level of cities. The Sultanate of Oman is considered as one of the pioneering countries in the Middle East in terms of social engagement initiatives such as adapting healthy villages and cities initiatives. Therefore, the World Health Organization representative's office in Oman visited Wad village in Wilaya of Sur as an ideal example of healthy villages that the Ministry of Health worked on. More details in the following report.
Wad village, which is located in the heart of Wilaya of Sur Mountains, is continuing its role as a healthy village by completing its projects since it was recognized as a healthy village in 2016. As a result, the visit of the World Health Organization representative's office in Oman comes to know more about the current initiatives of the village, which help to enhance the social awareness.
I congratulate Sultanate of Oman because of the rapid progress they are doing in the healthy and in the healthy villages and cities. And this is not recent, but a very long history since the 90s. Sultanate Oman is doing a lot of efforts to put all the communities together in order to support such program and to implement. And Sultanate Oman is a leading country in our region, in the Eastern Mediterranean region, in implementing the healthier cities and villages. And we as WHO going to support based on international standards. This is what is happening in Oman, supporting them to apply the international standards, to apply more healthy cities and more healthy villages in the future.
The World Health Organization Representative's Office in Oman stressed out the significance of such social initiatives in healthy cities and villages, which helps to improving health through sustainable development and encouraging the society to have more efforts to make a real change helps in improving health situation. In addition, a memorandum of understanding was signed to build a walking path under the supervision of the Health Committee in Wilaya of Sur. The project is sponsored by Al Jisr Foundation as part of the public and private sector cooperation.
This agreement, of course, stems from our belief in complementing the existing efforts of the people of the village to raise awareness for healthy lifestyles and in general, and especially the physical activity in the village.
This initiative and other initiatives in Wilayat Sur and on our village are making the people more established in their villages. They love more their villages. They build more, like humanity in their villages. They be proud. They can also focus more how to develop infrastructure in their villages.
The visit program also included craftsman exhibition containing handcrafts and archaeological artifacts produced by the people village. Wad village is considered as a fine example of healthy villages that help in reaching the sustainable development goals. Sultan bin Saif al-Sara'i from South Al-Sharqiyya Governorate, Wilaya of Sur.
This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. At a cost of 30 million Omani riyals, the new expansion of Nizwa Reference Hospital is inaugurated. Oman Forum for In-Country Value discusses in Muscat achieving balanced performance and launches the National Platform for Business Accelerators. And service and development projects in tourism, economic and investment fields are implemented in the governorates of Al-Wusta and Al-Baremi. With that, we come to the end of tonight's bulletin. From all of us here at the newsroom and the studios, it's good night and stay safe.